Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. It's really cold right now. It is January the 20th, 2020, and it's about, I don't know, 35 degrees out. It was 22 degrees this morning, and that's really cold for us. So the purpose of this video is to let you know I finally have it in my hand. As many of you probably know that have an Echo PB8010T blower, the flexible tube, which is this right here, was a very, very bad design. So several months ago, I went into my dealer and took the blower in there and said, hey, this thing, the tube is crushing in. It just won't hold its shape. And I said, is there a recall or something on this? And they're like, oh, no, there's no recall. I said, well, I've seen an interview at, I believe it was at the GIE conference, of an Echo rep telling that they had redesigned the tube system and the flexible tube on this blower, and all the new ones that are coming out have the new tube system on there. So I went back to him and said, I told him this information, and he said, well, they'll check on it. Well, he said, yes, indeed, there is a recall, and yes, this is a warranty item. Now, I just watched a video, I think it was Countryside Vlogs. His kit is a little different. He just installed his kit. This is the actual kit that you get from Echo, okay? I am going to give you the part number. It's P021053340. It's called a blower pipe kit for the PB8010T. So what you get in the kit is you get the flexible tube, you get the elbow, and then you get two of the main tubes. And you also get the clamps. Now, in his kit, he was complaining that he was having to reuse his clamps. Well, this must be a later kit because I have the clamps in mine. And so I don't think his kit's exactly the same. However, the most important thing about all this is this cost me zero, zilch, nada. I didn't even have to take the blower in there. I bought it from my Echo dealer, and they had the serial number, and he just said, hey, the kit's ready. So I just came in there and he made sure the serial number was the same on the blower, and off I went. So I'm going to show you guys how to replace this. This is a little different than the, I can't remember the guy's name on Countryside Vlogs, but it's a little bit different. But anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this outside on the trailer because I can work at chest level and it'll be on the blower rack. It's really cold outside, but I'm going to do this because I know that a lot of people, this blower is phenomenally awesome, except for this one problem, and we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not a hard job, but let's go ahead and do it now. All right, so I'm going to show you real quick how bad the tube is. This is the tube in its normal position. You can see how it has collapsed. Severely reducing the diameter. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to disconnect this clamp. It just presses in like this and slides down. It's on a little hinge. So we've got this done. I've already made a mark here so I can get this back in its relative position. And I'm just going to remove this thumb wheel. Okay, set that there. And I'm just going to let this hang right there. I'll remove this clamp. Let me put this on the tripod. All right, it works better with two hands. So I'm going to remove this clamp. We'll set that aside. All right, so now instead of taking this whole assembly apart piece by piece, I'm going to use this is a T27 Torx bit, and we will just take these, loosen these 3. Alright, so do this very, very gently. Okay, when you do this, you should have enough room to slide this tube out right here. There we go. Now, here's that O-ring I was talking about. And there is a metal cable that runs through there. I have no idea what that's for. Alright, so I'm going to move this back into the garage because I'm absolutely freezing out here. I can't feel my hands. Alright, sorry about that. Can't feel my hands, they're so cold. Okay, so there is the old tube assembly with its rubber O-ring. And let me lay out the parts for the new tube. Alright, so probably what I think would be best to do is I'm going to put this tube in the blower itself first, so there won't be any weight dragging on it. But as you can, or hopefully you can see, the O-ring is right there. The tube is a little bit different length, but it's going to fit on here just like that. Then you'll have, let's see, this portion going like that, and this portion going like that. And then I'm hoping, yep, I'll be able to take off the end portion. So let me get warmed up a little bit, and we'll go back outside and we'll put on this tube. The only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a tiny little bit of Dawn dishwashing soap and put on this rubber O-ring just as a tiny bit of lubrication. We do this all the time in automotive work, so when we don't want to have anything degrade the seal. So let me do that. I'll get you guys set back up. Alright, so here's the tube. I put just a tiny little bit of Dawn dishwashing. I have no idea what this is. If anybody knows what this cable is, please do tell. Alright, so let me get the screwdriver. I want to show you guys something, and please take my advice. Take out all of these screws, okay, and loosen this one and this one. These two are hard to get to. Take off the air cleaner right here. Uses the same screw. Now these are automotive trim tools. I want to show you what the problem is. See that O-ring? See how it just came undid? That's the problem. You may think that you have this tube in there, and you do, but the O-ring is, you will 100% get that O-ring off there. This is a complete pain in the butt. So I'm going to show you the correct way to do this. These automotive trim tools are plastic. They're not going to damage, and you can't just pry it out of the way. You have to actually You actually have to spread this. All right, so I finally did it. See, the O-ring is on there, and that's up in there like it's supposed to be. So I had to get this pried, and this is almost impossible by yourself, but see that groove right there? It almost looks like a little piston ring. The O-ring and the ridge must be in that. So let me put the camera down before I mess up. And it took me a little while to figure out exactly the way to do it. So I'm going to very gently make sure that's there, and then release the pressure on this. Okay, perfect. All right, there we go. That is a royal pain in the butt, but if you don't get that in there, and I can see the O-ring is completely in the groove. I guarantee you, if you try to do it another way, you're going to not get that O-ring, and it's going to tear the O-ring up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put all these screws back in, and then we'll pick up on the blower tube. All right, next we're going to put our flexible tube on. So again, the mysterious cable. All right, so the job is finally done. Hopefully these tips will help you have a little bit easier time than I did. I can't stress enough to take all these screws out and loosen those two on that side, take the air cleaner off. If you don't get that O-ring in the groove on both sides, it's going to tear the O-ring up. So anyway, so even this is going to be much better. Now I am having an almost impossible time trying to get my end of the tube off. I don't know why this, I guess I'm going to have to get 2 strap wrenches, but regardless, it still works just fine now like that, and I've got to go do a job. So very pleased. Thank you, Echo, for stepping up and making this a warranted item. Check with your dealer. Take them the part number, and don't pay for unless you're going to have them install it, which should be under warranty anyway. It shouldn't cost you anything. So anyway, we're right at 100.1 hours. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this helped. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will see you on the next video.